Hi guys, how are you today? It's Joe from PrepAgent, ready to go. Okay, if you guys can hear me, give me a thumbs up. And don't forget, if you guys want to find me on LinkedIn, just look for Joe Juder, linkedin.com/Joe Juder. If you could add me there. Also remember to join our real estate exam study group. Okay, so you guys could discuss with other people just like you about different topics regarding the real estate exam. Okay, so with that being said, here we go. So I am on the mic and Arthur is on the chat, and we are doing agency today. All right, move right along. Oh, Born True Bethia. So where's the study group? It's on Facebook. Just look up real estate exam study groups, PrepAgent. Okay, here we go. When is a broker relieved of the obligation to present an offer to purchase real property to the principal? A, when the offer contains more than 3 contingency clauses. B, when the offer is patently frivolous or the broker is acting on written instructions of the principal. C, when the offer is for the purchase of a non-residential property. D, a broker is never relieved of the obligation to present an offer. Okay, and the answer is B, when it is frivolous. Good. Okay, that's an easy one. Let's go on to another one. But as we're talking about agency today, let's start off with this. Anybody know the essentials of agency? Who knows the essentials of agency? And let's see if you remember the acronym. It's lots of acronyms we got to remember. It's not Maria. It's not stud. Those are different things. Nice job, John. John said a cold. Good. What does that stand for? A cold. Who knows? Lawanda, great. What do you guys think? So what does that stand for? What does that acronym stand for? Anybody know? So what is the A? Who knows what the A is? Okay, accountability. The C, care. The O, obedience. The L for loyalty. And the D is for disclosure. Okay, good job, guys. Move right along. Ethical practice of real estate licensee most nearly means A, efficient and effective business practices. B, the licensee honesty and fairness in dealing with the public, clients, and associates and customers. C, knowledge and respect for the law. D, being held in the high esteem by peers and the public. And the answer is B. Good job, guys. Okay, quick question. See who's awake and who's not. Who knows what dual agency is? Really quick, who can answer the fastest? Dual agency. What do you guys think? Dual agency. Dual agency, super fast. What do you guys think? What is dual agency? Representing both the buyer and the seller. Okay, in most states, you work under a broker. So therefore, if an agent, two agents are representing different people, but they're both under the same broker, remember that's dual agency. Okay? All right. In all states, you have to disclose it. In some states, it's not even legal. But we all need to know what the definition is. In which of the following ways can an agency relationship not be created? A, written contract. B, voluntary offer by the agent. C, oral contract. Or D, implied contract. Okay, good. B, voluntary offer by the agent. Good, because there needs to be that acceptance there. Okay, real quick, just a little poll. We're always trying to improve our product here. Just out of curiosity, what time would you guys like me to hold these webinars? If you guys could choose any time of day, and when you write your time, please write Pacific time, Eastern time, Central time, because we're all over the country here. So I'm not really sure where all of you guys are. So really quick, write what time is ideal for you and write the time zone you are in. Okay, so Diane says 2 o'clock Pacific time. John, noon Eastern. All right, anybody else have any suggestions of what they'd like? Okay, if you don't vote, you don't get to complain we don't have the right time. So vote now. All right, 1 o'clock Eastern. Okay, these are good suggestions. Okay, when the selling agent is a sub-agent of the listing broker. A, his fiduciary duty and primary allegiance are to the seller and buyer equally. B, his fiduciary duty and primary allegiance are to the seller only. C, he only owes each party the normal customer service. D, his fiduciary duty and primary allegiance are to the buyer only. Okay, and answer B, good. What does fiduciary duty mean? So you see that word up there. It's being used a lot. What does that mean? Who's ever heard of this word fiduciary duty? Anybody? What does it even mean? Okay, basically means putting your client's interests above and beyond your own. All right, good. If a principal no longer desires the broker to act for him during the period of an exclusive right to sell listing, he may A, none of the other options are correct, B, revoke the agency created by the listing contract but may be liable for damages, C, not revoke the agency because an exclusive right to sell listing is an irrevocable contract, D, be forced to sell his property. And the answer is B. A lot of you guys wrote B, and that's correct. Good. Okay, so what is an exclusive right to sell listing? Who knows? What's an exclusive right to sell listing? What do you guys think? What's an exclusive right to sell listing? Good. Born true. Got it right. No matter who sells, the agent gets the commission. Okay, so therefore, do you have to prove you're the procuring cause in an exclusive right to sell listing? No. Do you have to prove that you're the procuring cause in exclusive agency listing? Do you have to prove that you're the procuring cause is in an exclusive agency listing? Why do you have to prove it in an exclusive agency listing? What do you guys think? So a lot of you guys said yes. Why? Excuse me. Oh, double sneeze. My bad. I don't know why, but I always sneeze in groups of threes. Something I've done since I was little. It's one of those things where if you hear somebody sneeze 3 times, you probably know it's me. Okay. You got to prove you're the procuring cause because the owner sells it. All right. You get nothing. All right. And so you have to prove that you're the reason that the buyer came to the table. Good job, guys. Gesundheit. Oh, I heard that a lot when I was little. Is a exclusive right to sell listing a bilateral contract or a unilateral contract? What do you guys think? Bilateral or unilateral? Bilateral. Good. Okay, move right along. In addition to the duties of diligence, care, and skill, a real estate agent owes the principal a full disclosure of all facts to the subject of the agency. Any intentional concealment of such facts by the agent would probably be regarded as A, commingling, B, conversion, C, misrepresentation, D, constructive fraud. Okay. And the answer is misrepresentation. Good. What's commingling? Who knows what commingling is? Commingling. Anybody? Okay. What's the difference? So John wrote commingling is mixing money, which is great. Who knows what the difference in commingling is and conversion? Commingling and conversion. Commingling and conversion. What's the difference there? Good. So conversion when you're actually using it. Commingling is when you're mixing it. Good. Do we have any new people today? If you're new here, write first time. If you're second time, write second time. So do we have any first or second timers here today? Okay, good. We got some second timers. Welcome. Haley Lee. Everybody say welcome, Haley. Haley's first time here. Arceli, good. David, first time. Okay, moving right along. Welcome to the show. Broker car with ABC Real Estate Company listed the property with the seller. Broker Smith with XYZ Real Estate Company called Broker Carr and disclosed that he was a buyer agent. Broker Smith wrote a contract with the buyer for the sale of the property. What, if any, is the relationship between the buyer's broker, the seller, and the listing broker? A, dual agency. B, agency. C, there's not a relationship between the parties. Broker Carr represents the seller and Broker Smith represents the buyer. Or D, customer. What do you guys think? C. Good. There's no relationship. Those annoying word problems. You got to read into it. Who here always goes with the longest answer? Whenever they're not sure, it goes with the longest answer. It just says, you know what, I'm not sure about this. The long one seems good, so I'm going to circle that one. Any of you guys ever do that? Sometimes. Usually that's correct. Not always. Not always. But usually it's a good rule of thumb. If two parties want to create an enforceable broker-principal relationship concerning a right, title, or interest in real property, the most essential element to do so would be A, the authority to accept a deposit, B, an employment contract, C, an agreement about the commission, D, a purchase agreement. What do you guys think? Okay, B. So remember, a listing contract is an employment contract. All right, remember that. Listing contract is an employment contract. The words procurring cause would have an important meaning to which of the following? A dispute over commission on an exclusive agency listing. B, the sale of government land. C, when securing a listing. D, a lawsuit against a licensee involving fraud. Okay. The answer is A. We talked about agency listings. The owner could sell it themselves. So you need to prove that you were the cause of the purchase, not the owner. What about an open listing? What do you guys think? An open listing. Do you need to prove that you're the procuring cause when dealing with an open listing? So that's a big emphatic yes on that one. So open listing, absolutely, because whose agency is only one other person. Open listing is many other people. So it's that much more important that you prove that you're the procuring cause. Which of the following represents the minimum time period for an exclusive right to sell a listing? A, 90 days, B, 6 months, C, 45 days, D, whatever is agreed upon by the seller and the broker. And the answer is D, whatever is agreed upon by the seller and the broker. Good. So often you see listings for 6 months or 90 days, but that's industry standard. Don't get industry standard confused with the law. Okay? Do not get those two things confused. Here's something that comes up a lot. People always say, I want to hire a realtor. I want a realtor to help me list my property. And people use that term realtor casually. But, okay, can everybody call themselves realtors? When you pass your exam, are you a realtor? What do you guys think? Are you a realtor when you pass that exam? No. No, you have to join. Okay, it's a trade organization. You got to join and pay their fees, and so that you could say that you're a realtor. Good, and that's my example. Another thing that people use that word casually, but actually there's a very technical meaning behind it. Okay, a listing broker may legally refuse to present a proper offer on the property to the seller when A, the broker plans to purchase the property himself, B, the seller has accepted a backup offer, C, acting on the express instructions from the seller. D, the broker is acting as a gratuitous agent. And the answer is C. Good job. Always follow the instructions. Remember that a cold? What did a cold stand for in talking about agency? Who remembers? So ACOLD. What did that stand for? Tell me again. ACOLD. Okay, and that third one is obedience. Remember, it's obedience. So that's where this comes in with this question. You got to remember that third one: accountability, care, obedience, loyalty, and disclosure. Okay, so in this question, if you didn't follow their instructions, you'd be violating that third part, that O and a cold, obedience. If a broker is an agent of a seller, he owes to the buyer A, the same fiduciary obligations, B, only the duty to answer questions honestly, C, only a duty to disclose any items which relate directly to the sales price, D, a duty of fair and honest dealing. And the answer there is D. Fiduciary duty implies loyalty. You don't have loyalty with everybody, but you do have to be fair and honest with everybody. When Agent Andy took a listing, he promised the seller that he would advertise the property in a magazine until it was sold. Andy did not do the advertising that he promised. Andy is guilty of A, comprehensive fraud, B, actual fraud, C, constructive fraud, D, objective fraud. And the answer is B, actual fraud. The broker who most qualifies for commission is the one who A, gave the offer to the seller, B, communicated the acceptance to the buyer, C, received the acceptance of an offer, D, received the offer from the buyer. Okay, a lot of you guys put B or C. What are the four essentials of a valid contract? Who knows? What are the four essentials of a valid contract? Anybody know? Who knows the essentials of a valid contract? Okay, so you got mutual consent, lawful object, consideration, and capable parties. Good. What is mutual consent? What do you guys think? It's also known as offer and acceptance. Meaning of the mind, mutual consent, offer and acceptance, all the same thing. What is that? When do you have that? What stage have you achieved that agreement? What do you guys think? Okay, John's got it. Offer, acceptance, and relaying back the acceptance. Okay, you got to communicate back the acceptance. All right, which is why the answer here is B. Communicate the acceptance to the buyer. Okay, that's when you finally have that mutual consent. In some cases, a broker's commission can be earned if he can prove he set in motion a series of events which resulted in the sale of a property. If a broker produces a ready, willing, and able buyer, he would most likely A, have an exclusive right to sell a listing, B, have secured the buyer's signature on the sales contract, C, be considered the procuring cause of the sale, or D, showed property to the buyer. And the answer is C. We've talked about procuring cause quite a bit today. So hopefully we'll all get that right in our exam. And you guys nervous for the exam? Who here is nervous? Anybody? Give me a thumbs up if you're nervous. Okay, you guys are nervous. Let's share amongst this group real quick. Who can write really quick some things you are doing to relax and be less nervous for the exam? Anybody? Let's have a little group powwow session here for a second. What are you guys doing? Anybody have any great suggestions for our fellow people here on the chat? Yoga. The massage works. That's always very relaxing. Ooh, visualization. Very Michael Jordan-esque. Work out, get some energy out, all good things. And most of these things you could kind of plug in the earphones and listen to me ramble on about exam topics while you're relaxing, yogaing. Is yogaing a word? I don't think so. Exercising and doing other things. Walking the dog. None of you guys want with walking the dog? That's a big one. All right, here we go. Next question. Typically, a listing broker is usually considered to be A, dual agent, B, the principal in the transaction, C, a fiduciary agent of the seller, D, the client in the transaction. And the answer is C. An agency can be terminated by all except A, when the performance of the broker is suspect, B, when the house burns down, C, when the owner cancels the listing in order to contact a potential buyer and sell to him or her directly, D, when the performance of the seller is lacking. Are you guys going with the longest answer again? Well, if you did, you'd be correct. Moving right along. An agency relationship that arises by the actions of the parties rather than expressed through an agreement is called A, ostensible implied agency, B, universal agency, C, special agency, D, general agency. Okay, and the answer here is A. So when would this come up? Imagine if I went right in front of your house and whap, I put a for sale sign in front of your house. Would you be okay with that? Probably not. But then imagine if I went in front of your house and whap, put a for sale sign in front of your house, and you looked outside and you were like, I kind of like Joe. I kind of did want to leave this place. So you come out and bring me cookies and lemonade and talk to me about it. And then week after week, you're okay with me doing it. Then what do we have? What just happened? What do you guys think? in that scenario? If you're clearly okay with my actions. Okay, we just created that implied agency. All right, that implied agency. Although it's kind of an obscure way to get a listing. I wouldn't recommend that. Okay, which of the following statements best shows the difference between an exclusive right to sell and an either open or an exclusive agency? A, an exclusive right to sell appoints only one agent, the others do not. B, an exclusive right to sell agreement permits the seller to sell his house without paying a fee, the others do not. C, an exclusive right to sell agreement enables the seller to negotiate a commission, the others do not. D, an exclusive right to sell guarantees the listing broker a commission. He, she, or any other cooperating broker procures a ready, willing, and able buyer under the seller's terms and conditions. Exclusive agency and open listings do provide the same. Do not provide the same, excuse me. And the answer is D. Good. I believe you, born true. Okay, here we go. Next one. In a typical agency relationship between the broker and the client, the broker's commission is determined by A, the local real estate board, B, mutual agreement, C, minimums based on the property type, D, state law. Okay, and the answer here is B, mutual agreement. Good. Now, this leads you to another question. It's very common you hear agents say the fee is 5 to 6%. Some say 5%, some say 6%. Okay? If they say 5 or 6% is what it is in the area, that's what it is, that's what you got to pay, everybody charges that, deal with it. What did they violate? Who knows? Who knows what they violated if they do that? There's a word for that you have to know for your real estate exam. Boom, Jimmy, nice job. Antitrust. That's a violation of the Sherman antitrust law. That's what's called price fixing. Okay. And unfortunately, agents do it all the time, whether they know it or not. They'll always say, oh, it's 5% in the area or it's 6% in the area. That's what it is. Okay. That's a violation of the Sherman Antitrust Act because it's price fixing. Okay. Born true. You had a question. What's your question? Write down your question. In the meantime, the rest of us will go to the next question. Which is an example of an ostensible agency? A, a broker was able to sell any or all of the owner's properties. B, a broker was able to sell only one of an owner's properties. C, the principle showed by the actions, the agent's actions were accepted. D, a selling broker acting as subagent of a listing broker. Oh, good. I'm glad I could answer it. Okay, and the answer is, you guys think C? And click C. Excellent. Good job, guys. In order to be entitled to a commission, a broker must show that he or she was the procuring cause of the sale under all the following types of listings except A, open listing, B, exclusive authorization and right to sell, C, exclusive agency, D, non-exclusive listing. What do you guys think? And the answer is B. Okay, exclusive authorization and right to sell. Real quick, who knows what a net listing is? Anybody know what a net listing is? Who can write down the answer for what a net listing is? What is a net listing? It's not illegal in every state. It's illegal in a lot of states, but not illegal in every state. But regardless, we all have to know what the definition is. Okay, it's when the broker gets an amount over a set price. Good. And that's why it's illegal in many states, because there's a conflict of interest there. Okay? There's a conflict of interest because if the client wants 500 grand, you bring an offer of 500 grand, you get nothing. So you may want to look for an offer of 510 grand, 520, 530. That's in your best interest, even though it's not in the client's best interest. There's a conflict of interest there. And that's why most states don't allow it, because it's just asking for trouble. In order to be entitled to a commission, a broker must show that he or she was a procuring cause of the sale under all the following types of listings except A, exclusive authorization and right to sell, B, exclusive agency, C, non-exclusive listing, or D, open listing. Okay, I hope you guys get this correct, because we went over this a lot today. And the answer is A, exclusive authorization and right to sell. Okay, moving right along. An agent who represents the buyer exclusively may A, present offers to the seller only, B, be retained but must be disclosed to the seller, C, be delivered to the seller within 1 day, or D, presents an offer to the seller and the seller's agent. What do you guys think? And the answer is D. Good job, everybody. The final decision establishing the listing price is made by the A, broker, B, appraiser, C, owner, or D, salesperson. Okay, and the answer C, the owner, they're the ones selling it, not you. All you do is bring the buyer, right? Good. Okay, last one of the day. Which of the following statements about the law of agency is correct? A, it establishes a fiduciary relationship. B, it does not require a high degree of loyalty and fidelity from an agent. C, it refers specifically to insurance. D, there is no employment relationship. Good. We started off with this today, so everybody gets this right. And the answer is A. All right. So that's that for today, guys. I hope you guys enjoy your weekend. I will be back on Monday. Please check to see if we changed the schedule. We've had a lot of requests for different times. So check on that. You guys always should, honestly, check the schedule because, as you guys know, I'm the only person doing this. And I always want to help you guys every day, but sometimes things may come up. So I may do different times in the course of the week. So either based upon your guys' requests or things happen in my life where I got to change the schedule, I want you guys to look at that calendar to see what times the webinars are. Okay, so please check that, and I'll see you guys again Monday. Thanks, guys. And remember to look for me on LinkedIn. Okay, I want to connect with all you guys so we can help each other's business grow as we all prosper in real estate. Okay, so it's LinkedIn and Joe Juter, Joejuter. All right, have a great weekend, guys.